I dare you to install English in your brain like an operating system on your PC. I have been learning English since 2003 and have been teaching English since 2018. Here are 10 tips that helped me over the years. Starting now, you can also speak English like a native speaker. Are you ready? Stand by. Tip number 1. Surround yourself with English. To master English, many say that you have to go abroad, but that's not true. Going abroad isn't the key. Creating an English environment is. Many successful English learners have never been abroad, yet they're able to build their own mini English environment. And this is done through shadow reading. It's hardly news, but there are 4 steps and 3 key things. Key number 1, you have to understand what you are shadowing in order to begin internalizing what you are shadowing. Key number 2, you have to pick a learning material that is narrated by a native speaker. Key number 3, you have to be able to shadow read till it becomes subconscious. So how do we actually do it? Step 1, breaking down the language points. Now let's say I picked this clip. My first task is to ensure that I understand it 100%.
Along with the coyote died part of my belief in the power of an uncompromising idealism. The very thing that got us to such a beautiful place in our life. A place that we cannot control. And just in case we forget that, around here there's a 5th season. The season of wind.
Let's say that there are a few things that I need to learn, and I will do that with the help of the whole video as a context and an English dictionary as my backup. In my later videos, I'll be sharing more tips around those. Let's say the first thing I don't understand is the phrase, along with something something died part of my belief. I will come to understand that the actual structure here is part of my belief died along with the coyote. However, the sentence here uses inversion in order to emphasize the collapse of the narrator's belief. Now, the second point I don't understand is my belief in the power of an something something idealism. This part could potentially be confusing because it has 3 consecutive nouns: belief, power, and idealism. And through learning, I will come to understand the logical relationships between these 3 nouns. Idealism contains power, and that power gives the author his belief. And the last thing, let's say I don't understand the phrase uncompromising idealism. Again, through learning, I will learn that compromise means to make concessions or to settle differences. So therefore, uncompromising is the opposite. Therefore, uncompromising idealism refers to a pure, unwavering idealism. After you've made sure that you have understood 100% every single thing in this clip, let's move on to step number 2. Listen to the recording and note the details in its pronunciation. This is where an AI or potentially a good online dictionary comes in handy. They help you with the individual pronunciations in each word. With some apps, you can even dial down the speed in order to further assist you. With those help, you can begin to make notes on the whole pronunciation, the rhythm, and the pace of this clip. Granted that there are a gazillion ways that you can make notes, here is a sample of my notes. In this case, a single dash means a short stop. Double dash means a longer pause. A pair of brackets means omission, and jointed words, well, it means linking sounds. These notes will later remind me of the pace, rhythm, and all the other nuances in this clip, so that I can begin to try and imitate the speaker. I will demonstrate now. Along with the coyote died part of my belief in the power of an uncompromising idealism, the very thing that got us to such a beautiful place in our life, a place that we cannot control. And just in case if we forget that, around here there's a 5th season, the season of wind. Now, as you can see, I'm reading my notes because the notes help me denote where I need to blend the words, where I need to emphasize a certain word, where I need to pause for longer or for shorter. This is a powerful tool that can help you accelerate your shadow reading. After you've done that, let's move on to step number 3. Listen, pause, and shadow. This is when you listen to a smaller segment of that clip. Pause the video and try to say it exactly as you heard it. Repeat the process until you get through the whole clip. Again, I shall demonstrate.
Along with the coyote died part of my belief in the power of an uncompromising idealism.
Along with the coyote died part of my belief in the power of an uncompromising idealism.
The very thing that got us to such a beautiful place in our life.
The very thing that got us to such a beautiful thing in our life.
A place we cannot control.
A place that we cannot control.
And just in case we forget that.
And just in case if we forget that.
Around here there's a fifth season.
Around here there's a fifth season.
The season of wind.
The season of wind. Step 4. Listen and shadow at the same time. This is the last step of the process and it will take much time. Do not try to rush through this. You should try to mimic the sounds to a point where your voice overlaps with the original audio. You should do this for a set amount of time every single day. Never overdo it in one sitting. You will begin to lose interest and motivation. And again, I shall demonstrate. Along with the coyote died part of my belief in the power of an uncompromising idealism. The very thing that got us to such a beautiful place in our life. A place that we cannot control. And just in case you forget that, around here this is the fifth season. The season of wind. I challenge you to follow these steps to the letter 20 minutes every single day, and in a month, I guarantee you will see a huge difference in your pronunciation and your general speaking skill. And as a bonus, here are some of the great materials that you can try and experiment with. For beginners or high school level or thereabout, you should try the series called Do You Know? It's a series of science and discovery shows. Each is around 15 minutes. It is super down to earth and easy to follow. Next, for the intermediate level, which is perhaps CET 4-6 level, try Miss Americana. This is a documentary about Taylor Swift. It's got inspiring stories behind a successful woman's journey. And last but not least, for the advanced learners, you should try Why Women Kill. This is a suspenseful American drama series with edgy dialogues and gripping storylines. Mind you though, this could be quite challenging and fast-paced. Progress comes the fastest if you forget about even making progress in the first place and focus entirely on the work itself. So yeah, there is going to be a lot of struggle and frustration, but learn to enjoy them and embrace the process and have some fun. And there will come a day when you find yourself having improved so much and you will go, did I just say that? Did you get it? Let me know in the comments. Peace.